Hello, welcome to Alive in Lockdown. I'm Caroline Wiseman, and I am talking today to Adrian and Luna and Ginés, and together they make up a collective called mmmmm Films. M Films. Hello, all of you.
Hello,
Hi,
Caroline. Great to
Caroline.
see
Great
you.
to see
To
you.
Alive
Nice to see you.
in Lockdown. So a year, of course, this time a year ago exactly, you came out to Venice and you were part of Alive in Universe in Venice. We met before then. We met when you came to Albury. You were introduced to us by Cedar Lewison, who said, I had to meet you all. And we just adored the film you did. We often have it, with the movie filling a staircase, going down our staircase here, which I'm looking at now on the Lookout Tower in Albury. And you did a wonderful installation. And then I said to David, the co-curator, we have to have Adrian and Luna and Ginés because they're going to do something mega in Venice. And indeed you did. So when we gave you the brief, what does it feel like to be alive in universe? Tell us all how you responded.
Okay, so when we received your brief, we were really excited actually to be part of a collective project, also to go to Venice. It was really exciting. And when we arrived there, we actually loved the place, the Palazzo Pesaro Papafava. That was really lovely. And we had the idea, we're a collective in a sense that we have been working for a long time, maybe 15 years or longer, making film together. But then also at the same time we write and also we perform. So we wanted to kind of put those things together in a kind of site-specific way at the Palazzo. So we created this performance called Thoughts as Orbits. And we were taking different ideas actually about light, about time, and about space. And we tried to introduce some of those elements, but also we used the digital projection at the back. I don't know if you remember in the performance. So that was kind of a new element for us that we started to use at that time, to have the live performance with some of the poetry, with the live sound, and with the film, not shown only as a film, but also projected within the performance space.
Yes, it was extraordinary. It was a completely extraordinary occasion. And we've got the film on our website. So when all our viewers can see, as well as seeing this conversation between us, they can see your film that you made. And indeed, it was extraordinary. Because you three, one of you, Ginés, you're in Berlin. And you, Adrian and Luna, are in London. And somehow these ideas, how do you make your ideas? How do you collaborate when you're living in different countries?
I think, well, we try to talk once a week through some medium on the internet, and then we discuss what we've been doing and different ideas, and then we try to build some things as well. So we write jointly, sometimes together, so we'll send writing around between the three of us and keep adding to it and adding pictures. It's actually the way that we developed our long film that we also showed in Venice, The Humming Loom of Time.
Yeah.
So we send the script round, pictures, develop it, and then we arrange to meet in a geographical location, and then we film. And then we do that several times with Humming Loom of Time. The film took 5 years, so we met maybe 2 or 3 times a year, filming, writing, and creating the film. Well,
These are very adventurous films that you make, aren't they? They're not, adventurous. So that's exciting. So, and then since then, you've been working on a number of projects. Tell us about what you've been working on. What came out? What would you feel that Venice gave you? How did your ideas move on from there into what you're doing now in your projects that you're doing in lockdown?
Well, actually, the idea of introducing the digital within the performance space is very helpful in a sense that we have carried on working in more digital ways, which is great for lockdown because everybody has to work digitally anyway. And at the moment, we decided obviously we cannot physically meet, so we're doing this project called Dog is Dog, and sometimes it's called God is Dog. So it varies between dog and God. But what we do is we use our archive of film and we play it. Actually, Ginés does this from Berlin. So he works with the whole archive of film and he creates an improvisation of visuals. And we create an improvisation of sound and words and text to go with them. So that's what we've been doing at the moment.
And then we've been practicing that. So we were trying it out a lot, and then we've been doing it live, using through Facebook Live, but using Jitsi as a platform for us to connect, and then that's broadcast to Facebook Live, and that's been fun. So they're live improvisations of film mixing from our archive and live sound produced for those visuals.
Wow.
And a kind of performance somehow. Yeah. So visual poetry performance, live performance for the internet.
Really lovely. So we could give us links to that. Can anybody watch?
Yeah, anybody can watch it, Cool. And then after, because we had some films in Alive in the Universe that were shown during the period in the screens that you have. And then we have been showing those films afterwards as well. So that has been really nice. So we actually did a project in India, a residency there. And then we had a screening of one of the films that was in Alive in the Universe, the Multi-Species of Line. And then we had a screening in Spain as well. And we had some screenings in Mexico. So that was really lovely how those things that were shown there also had a life afterwards and have been shown in other countries, actually, in other art centers and spaces.
Oh, well, I'm really thrilled. That's great. So can we see something? What have you got? Can we see something?
Well, we can see if we can share the screen, but I'm not sure.
What I can do is just try to push it on so only we see your screen. I can just try to do that. I put it onto
but
that one. There. Okay.
I need to be able to share what's on my screen, though.
Oh, okay.
What I could do is point our camera at the screen and do it roughly like that, maybe.
Right.
Shall I try that? Because
okay, let's try. It's going to be an experimental viewing.
It says, the host.
The host.
What have I got to do?
Host disable attending screen sharing. I don't know. You have to change some settings, but maybe Adrian can solve it out.
Hang on, I've got a thing called share screen. Let me just try that.
Yeah.
Oh. Did that work?
Let's see. No, it says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
No, you don't want that one then. I'll take that one away. Okay, I think we're just going to go back to gallery view, shall we? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
And what
get that exercise.
What we can do is try to do an experimental thing that Adrian will bring the camera around and he will point it to our screen and we'll see.
Let's try that then.
If it works. Let's try it. Let's go to some experiments.
Yes.
Since we have a lot of time in lockdown.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Just a second. I press play.
Oh.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay.
Can you see anything?
Yep.
Here we go.
Screen.
A cat's lit. A road's lit. A park's lit. A looping lit. A reverse lit. A slow motion lit.
¿Dónde están
Tongue lit.
esos campos?
Crashing with a cow lit.
¿Dónde está la cámara?
Causing.
El sonido se mueve en ondas. ¿Dónde están todos los detalles? ¿Dónde comenzamos nuestro viaje?
Catnip lips. Lovers lit.
Aislamiento dentro de la isla.
Lullaby.
Supermercado dentro de la isla.
Catnip lips.
Movimiento
Isolation
dentro de la
within the
isla.
Lover's lip.
Rotación dentro de la isla.
rotation within
Pérdida
the
de
island,
gravedad dentro de la isla.
Catnip lips.
losing gravity within the island,
Lover's lip.
El sol de la ventana.
Lullaby. Broken traffic light. Sneezes, carbon tests. High
inside
tolerance
spaces.
into oxygen.
Explosión.
Are you
Explosión.
inside,
Historia, conspiración.
outside,
Metáfora.
inside, outside?
Okay.
That's nice.
Yay.
Okay, were you able to see it?
Yeah, it
see it.
was.
Well, I bet it was kind of a
Yeah, we
film
did see it.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good idea for the audience. It's a good idea what we're doing, this kind of collage performance that's go live, and then maybe we can share it in the future also with you, Caroline.
Be lovely.
Like,
Yeah.
you can see
All
it.
that interesting imagery, because you did some 1-minute films as well for Venice, and
Yeah.
they were interesting imagery. You know, they have they're kind of I don't know, scary, is that the right word? Sometimes some of the imagery is like kind of unusual and quite scary and odd, and it certainly makes one it's not for the faint-hearted, maybe.
I don't know, I suppose we're quite interested in things that could be very visceral. So maybe if you say scary, maybe sometimes can be a bit edgy or whatever. But I think we all have this common interest in things that are actually visceral, that you can feel
Right,
something.
scary was the wrong word. Visceral is a better word. And there's something here that you are very engaged in. Hang on, what are you interested in? Insects at the moment.
Well, actually, we have a long history of insects. So we have done like a few projects with insects. But something that we have done in common is this idea of multi-species, and to look at the universe, if you want, or the multiverse, as not something that we are like the humans have some special. So like, how do we share this space and how we are all equal between insects and humans and mountains and rivers? And actually, yeah, that's something that we're interested. But also something that I just wanted to say from this idea of doing these interventions digitally is been quite interesting for us. We have found kind of new audiences, like because when you do something in a gallery, you know that you have that public, but then, for example, we've been sharing these things digitally, and then we get like hundreds of visits, and it's really interesting to share with the public that, yeah, I mean, you don't see each other, and you lose the face-to-face and the touch and whatever. But that's something that we're all experiencing now. So it's quite beautiful also to create some work and to share with a new audience.
Yeah. Oh, that's fascinating. That's lovely. So thank you all very much indeed. So that's Luna and Adrian and Hina's from mmmmm Films. It was wonderful to have you in Venice with us. We enjoyed it so much, and you stayed with us in our little flat, didn't you, for a few days.
That was really brilliant. We really enjoyed being there. I mean, it felt like a community, and in a way,
it was fun. And you were at the end, and we were just kind of quite relaxed at the end.
Yeah,
it was lovely.
That was lovely. That was really lovely. And at the end, we were talking about this and how you feel like the Venice Biennale is this big, this big space and everything. But at the end, every single event is just done by people and by people's energy, and you put a lot of energy into creating this project, and we could also feel and share that energy. And I think that's very much what it's about. Making art is also about sharing an energy, and that can be shared by many people.
It's a big project. 28 different artists over 28 days. It was a huge project, and it was just wonderful to have you part of it. So thank you very much, and lovely seeing you. Hina's in Berlin, and you, Adrian and Luna, in Camberwell. Thank you for being part of.
I hope to see you soon, Caroline, in person someday. I hope that everyone can meet again.
And get
that
together.
Would be amazing.
So thank you all very much. And say
Yes,
goodbye
thank you,
now.
Caroline.
So,
Yeah,
Thank
bye
you.
and
now.
have a wonderful time in Olbra. Lots of love
Okay.
from
Bye,
London.
Yeah.
everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.